What's up, everybody? I am the Night Owl, drafting some more Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. I think it's going to be great. I think this set's great. I think drafting's a great time. I think the fact that you're watching me draft is a great time. I hope you have a great time. Let's see, what do I start with? Oh, I got some options actually here. I think I'm going to start with Lion Sash. I think this card's good. You know, there are going to be board states where you maybe can't use this activated ability, and it's going to be kind of bad. It's going to be a 2-mana 1/1. It's definitely possible. There are games where that happens, but overall, if you end up putting a bunch of counters on this thing, it ends up being gigantic, and then you can make all your other creatures gigantic, and it just kind of operates as a 2-mana creature anyways. Good thing to start with. Other options are none of the commons. I think the best common here is the Modern Age. I think this card's actually pretty good. It just sets up your hand really nicely, turns into a nice creature. I think Kappa Tech Wrecker is the next best card. I think, just a solid 2-mana creature with 2-mana 1/3 death touch is a solid creature, and then being able to ninjutsu this in to kind of 2-for-1 your opponent's kind of nice. I mean, you're left with just a 1/3, but it's better than nothing. You can kill a really critical card. These cards are both fine. I think the reconfigure on this is really expensive. So the card itself is good, but paying for that reconfigure over and over again is really kind of a tricky thing to do. So, and then Unforgiving one needs a lot of modified, so I don't know how I feel about it. What do I think here? So there's Intercessor's Arrest, which is probably the card that starts my Lion Sash the best. However, there's also Replication Specialist. I mean, this card seems really powerful. A big, a high power flyer that also lets me copy my artifacts. There's also Dokuchi Silencer, which this card's pretty good ninja. I mean, you end up trading just card for card, but you can get rid of worse creatures to trade for better creatures. It seems decent. I think it's between the Intercessor's Arrest and the Replication Specialist. I think I'm just going to take a rest here. I think Specialist is good. Maybe I'm making a mistake passing this. I mean, if you copy stuff, it ends up being really solid. But do I just pass up solid removal in the color that I'm in? I don't think so. Not for Replication Specialist. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that card ends up being way better than I think. I think I just picked the removal as well. Okay, here we go. Banishing Slash. This card's excellent. There's also Master's Rebuke. I mean, this is kind of suggesting me maybe green's open, because there's Azusa's Many Journeys and a Master's Rebuke, both quite good. The blue cards are only fine, so I don't feel too bad passing the Replication Specialist. But yeah, I'm going to take the Banishing Slash. I think this is one of the better uncommons as far as the removal spells go. Being able to deal with any permanent type, including tapped creatures, and then also leaving a Samurai behind sometimes if you're doing the thing. I already got an artifact and enchantment, by the way. It's a good start. Yeah, why not just take the strong white card? Looks like, if I had to guess, somebody took Twisted Embrace out of this pack, is my guess. So maybe I end up white-green. We'll see. We'll see what comes around, but good Banishing Slash here. So there's Prosperous Thief, which I think this is a good card, anytime you can make a treasure and just smooth out your hand, it just really, one treasure just goes such a long way to making your hand function, on top of just being an extra artifact. It just is really useful. There's still, like I said, a bunch of green cards here. I might take the Fade into Antiquity, another really powerful removal spell. I mean, this card, there's there's some decks that just have a bunch of artifacts and very few enchantments. There are some decks that have a lot of enchantments, very few artifacts. Some decks have both. Very few decks have neither. So I think Fade into Antiquity is the way. No good white card here, really, even as light the way. I don't think that's where I want to be, so I'll take the green card. I don't know if white-green's good, but we're about to find out. Okay, so I might take the Guidebot here. If I'm kind of a defensive deck, this actually turns into a decent card. And then also white-green has a decent amount of modify stuff. So this could turn into a real card draw engine. I don't know. I haven't really seen this card go off yet. It is a little expensive. It's a little slow. It's it's a 4-mana 2/1. You do get to put a counter on something. It's decent. The 2 black cards are pretty decent. I'm pretty high on this card in most black decks. I just think it's kind of important. So I think it's kind of a higher pick. It's not a high power level pick. I think it's more of an important card. Simian Sling's really impressed me. I think that this card is way better than it looks. Way better than I initially rated. And I thought it was going to be fine, but I think it's actually kind of really nice. And then there's a Fang, which is a reasonable choice. I'm just going to take the Guidebot. I don't know if this is right or not, but I want to see if this card's actually good. Yeah, okay, so I feel like I'm going in at least the right-ish direction. I mean, I like Ironhoof Board. It's a good red card in the pack. couple good artifacts, but I don't really think that either of these are where I want to be. So there's Containment Construct. However, I have no channel right now. This is really good with the channel cards, or like some of the blue cards, like or like there are both blue and red cards that cause you to discard cards that are nice. Like there's the fish, the sky fish. There's Wanderer's Intervention, which is like decent. I mean, it is a removal spell. I don't know. I guess there are times where this gets blown out or whatever. Could take Imperial Subduer, which is like a decent, like more of an aggressive creature, and I feel like I'm kind of in a defensive setup right now. I think I might take the Wanderer's Intervention. I don't know if this is right here. Okay, what do I think of this? Some fine blue cards. Virus Beetle. Coiling Stalker. Probably not the pick here. I think I take what... There's Story Weave. I don't have any Sagas. 2+1/+1 counters is like a really pretty decent trick. I mean, it's enough that like you can like... Yeah, you get the trick off and you like, you know, you 1-for-1 your opponent, but you leave a really gigantic creature behind. And then the Saga thing is like kind of cool and interesting. I might just take Moth Rider Patrol here though. It's a tapper. Like if I end up like in a late game situation, like this kind of like can own a lot of creatures, you know. I'm looking like more of like a defensive deck. Like I said, it like allows me to like, well, this is kind of a non-bow here in the sense that like this is really mana intensive, but yeah, I'm looking like more of a defensive deck. Okay, what do I think here? So the Regent's Authority, I think this card's only fine. There's Lucky Offering. This card seems risky in best of one. I don't know, Destroy Target Artifact is pretty good. It is pretty good. Gaining 3 life, and it's really nice and cheap. I'm tempted to take Ecologist Terrarium because if I do end up a defensive deck, like this will help me splash nicely. None of the rest of this is that special. I don't know. Maybe this card's better than I give it credit for. Seems risky to play it though. I'm gonna take the Terrarium to like help me set up, even though I'm like not like in like a particular color or anything yet. So here's Dragonfly Suit. I could cut the white card. I don't really look like a Dragonfly Suit deck, but I could be. Like, I could end up being like a Dragonfly Suit deck. I mean, like I say, I'm like more of like a defensive deck, but this doesn't have to be the case, right? I just like have like a bunch of removal spells, basically. So, if it's not that, it's like Papercraft Decoy, which I suppose is kind of replaceable. Yeah, I'll take the Dragonfly Suit. What do I think of this? No green cards. I think that this is actually an important card for the red decks. I don't really look like this is where I'm at, but I might take it. I think it's the best card here, actually. There's also the Moon Circuit Hacker, which is fine if I end up like blue-white. I don't really know. I don't look like any of this stuff. I don't think I want the second Ecologist Terrarium. Yeah, I'll take the Hacker. And then here I'll take, well, I got Favor of Jukai, which is fine. So maybe I could just splash like the Fade, and then I could be blue. So I might take Futurist Sentinel here because I am white, and so I could end up with like the white pilot cards and end up in like blue-white vehicles. I think that blue-white vehicles is like one of the archetypes where this card actually like is decent, and so I'll take it. I'm not high on this card, but it could be something that I end up playing. Well, I got a Mech Hanger. It's kind of interesting. I'll take it. Again, I think that Your already does like really important. Like somebody passing that like kind of wants that. It's possible I could have ended up red-white too. Light the Way. In fact, I'm going to take Simian Sling because if I do end up red-white, I'm not going to miss that Light the Way. And then, yeah, so something like this, like maybe I do end up red-white. These are both good red cards. Yo, Cloudsteel Kieran. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is a sweet card. Just being a 3/2 flyer is really nice. 3/2 flyer for 3, and then it has this like really kind of busted ability, which I mean, it's not going to be like the end of the world because you can't die all the time. There's also Kami's Flare, but I think that just like the high power flyer beater is like probably better. So let me organize this a little bit. I was like picking things. I do this to myself, like pick things in order, or I like put them in order of how I'm picking them, and then I end up like, let me sort these out. Sort these by color. Put that there. Put this here. Alright, and then, I mean, it's fine. So yeah, easy Kieran. Selfless Samurai would also be really nice. Other than that, like, again, none of the Kami's Flare would probably be the best common here, which I might take, but I have pretty easy Kieran, of course. That was a weird noise. Here I like Intercessor's Arrest. Flame Discharge is nice, but I mean, like, why take... It could be Roadside Reliquary. This card is kind of nice. Just like a land that like has a draw 2 on it. It's like super solid, even though it's colorless, can be kind of annoying. I'll just take the removal spell though. Let's take the removal spell. Again, solid red cards. I like all 3 of these. Mirror Shellcry is pretty good. The black cards look like for maybe a deck that I'm not exactly in yet. So I still have like a lot of options on my second color here. Though it's looking like maybe blue-white's the way to go. None of the other cards really stand out. So I could take Mobilizer Mech. The thing is, this card's like kind of weak. It like does help me crew like Futurist Sentinel and it'll like crew Dragonfly Suit, but just like on its own, it's not like an amazing card. There's also the Prodigy's Prototype, which like this card is a little bit better on its own. It just like makes the 1/1s, and then and in fact I think this is what I'm gonna take. Even though I'm like in blue-white, I'm going into the vehicles deck, I think that this is a more important card and just generally a better card. And then if this like wheels or comes around, like nobody else is gonna want this thing except for me. Or if there is somebody else in the vehicles deck, but you know, I don't know. So I think that this is a little bit better. Like, okay, like this, by creating the 1/1, is like doing the same thing as this, you know, without like, well, being just a better card on its own. Yeah, I talked myself into it as Prototype. Alright, what do I think here? So I'll cut these for now. Maybe I play the Fade. Take another Dragonfly Suit. I need some cheaper creatures, though. So do I want another Dragonfly Suit? I mean, I might. Like, I think the other card would be like Moon Circuit Hacker, which is fine, but it goes well with my Moth Rider Patrol. It's a cheap creature. Maybe it's not Dragonfly Suit. Maybe I don't need that many of these. I do think it'd be the other pick. I'll start with the suit, though. I'll start with the suit. Yeah, and here I'll take Kitsune Ace. Exemplar is also good, but clearly if I'm going in the vehicles direction, I think that this is like a little bit better. And then, I mean, other good cards. I think this card's decent. I'd be interested to like see how this actually plays. This one's like a little tougher to evaluate. This is such a weird... Is there like some creature that I'm missing? Like pay 1 life, add black, spend this mana only to cast an instant sorcery. Like, is that a reference to something? It seems like really like out of context with the GT effect on the like the first two chapters. I don't know. It seems weird. I don't think it's any of the other blue cards. I don't think it's Reality Heist. You just don't really end up with enough artifacts. Pretty easy Kitsune Ace, I think, for my deck. What do I think of this? So Imperial Subduer is an option. I currently have just the 1 warrior, and so it's like it's okay. I'm actually more inclined to take the Modern Age, I think, because it's a really good hand fixer. It just like sets your hand up really nice, and then makes a, kind of what is a better creature because it's evasive than the Subduer. Also, like if I'm attacking with vehicles, like I don't think that I end up attacking with just like 1 creature a lot. I think the Modern Age is better. It's cheaper, totally fixes my hand, turns into an arguably better creature. Yeah, come around. Good red cards in the pack. Can't believe there's still a Kami's Flare. What the heck? What the heck? Yeah, so I think I'm going to take Runaway Trash Bot. Thundersteel Colossus is really good, but it's a 7-drop. Like, even though I'm, like, doing the vehicle thing, like, 7 mana is so much. Especially in a deck that's, like, kind of on the aggressive side. Just take the Trash Bot. You know, I'm ending up with, like, a bunch of artifacts and enchantments. I just played this card recently. It kind of impressed me. I'm going to play it. Exemplar or Crab? I could use more 2-drop creatures. Crab is really nice, though. Crab is really nice. I don't think I want to pass up on like quality 2-drops, however, at this point. Yeah. Like, you really only need 1 crab, and you kind of want to end up with like enough cheap creatures for things to work. Here I'll take the other Sentinel. I don't know that I'll play it, but if I get like one of the Born to Drive or something like that, maybe it goes in the deck. None of this is for me. Red's kind of coming around now. Look at this stuff. Look at those nuts. I'll take Plantar Incision. Probably won't play it. Short Circuit, maybe. Maybe. Or did people just like drop red? I guess I could have guessed it because I saw like the Simians thing or whatever come around. I wonder if the person on my right isn't red and they're just like having a field day now. Yeah. So I don't feel like I'm in bad shape. I got some good removal cards. Got some reasonably powerful stuff in the mid-game. Okay, so this is interesting. Selfless Samurai or Blade Blizzard Kitsune? Or Moonsnare Specialist? All these cards are quite good. I'm going to take Selfless Samurai, though. Again, a strong 2-drop, so like helps me apply pressure. And then the ability to like sacrifice. So like, okay, like if I tap a creature to crew the future as Sentinel, it's really important that nothing that bad happens to it, you know? So I think that's where I want to go. Kitsune is really good too, but I don't really have anything to like help like power pump it or to like make it like better. Like I don't have anything to like really like club it up at all. So I think just like the 2-drop's better. It could be Moonstare Specialist. I might be missing by passing that because that card's really good. Well, here's another. Okay. So I think this is Michiko's Reign of Truth. I have a bunch of artifacts and enchantments, and this actually like slaps. Like your creature gets so big, especially when I got like 2 Dragonfly suits. I'll be able to like attack in the air pretty reasonably. This just like really slams and then turns into a big creature. I actually think this card's quite good if you're doing the thing, which I kind of am. So again, I want Moonsnare Specialists in my deck because this is like really good interaction. I really like this card. Both of these would be fine. Light Pause is nothing special. Like, you just don't end up with, like, too many positive auras that are cheaper than, like, other auras that you cast. Like, I don't think that's where I'm at. Okay. So it could well just embrace, huh? So I don't think I am on Ancestral Katana. I haven't seen that card in play yet. I bet you it's decent on some boards, but I think I'll just take the Specialist here. A little bit more interaction. Again, I can ninjutsu it with something. Do I got any good buybacks? Not really. But I think just like, I'm pretty aggressive. Just like popping a blocker out of the way while adding to the board is exactly what a deck like this wants to be doing. So we'll do it. Interesting picks here. Repel the Vile is kind of what I'm interested in picking. There's also Befriending the Moths. Picking a creature up, picking up one of my creatures and giving it flying is kind of what this deck is in the market for. I won't deny it. But this is like kind of a nice removal spell. I mean, it gets rid of big problems. There's also another Trash Bot, which is like, I think between the 2 pressuring cards, like I think that I would like Befriending the Moths a little bit more. I'm going to take Repel the Vile, though. So another Moth Rider Patrol or Prosperous Thief. Moth Rider Patrol is good. I mean, it does. It's a flyer that will like help me like push my attackers through. Prosperous Thief. I don't have too much expensive stuff, and I don't even know if I'm going to be splashing the Fade into Antiquity. So like, how much do I actually need the treasure? It's kind of good. I think I'm on Moth Rider Patrol, though. I don't know if that's a mistake or not. None of this is special. I'll take the Tranquil Crove. It's not like Searchlight Companion, Disruption Protocol, it'll only be fine. Arab Enlightenment, I mean, this card's decent, but I got a bunch of 2-mana spells I don't really need. I think I'm just going to take the card that makes my mana better. Put this for now, too. Alright, now I am kind of looking like a Regent's Authority deck. Enchantment creature or legendary creature, of which I have some. Not too many, honestly. But it's much closer than anything else I have. I'm probably going to board, but we'll see. Now this is a crab. This is an easy crab. Grab it up. Take Uncharted Haven. Very unlikely. You really don't want too many Saplands. Oh, now I wish I'd picked something over the Moth Rider Patrol. But here we go. Take Brute Suit. I think that's fine. Smelter. Is there any cards I really would be interested in splashing? Probably not. So I can cut Terrarium, that's an easy cut. Probably one of the Moth Riders. It's not like I got like a bunch of ninjas or anything. It does go good with the Moonstone Hacker. It's a really nice turn 2 play. Patrol, attack. ninjutsu this, draw a card, just recast patrol. Like, that's solid. Okay. So this deck turned out fine, relatively unspecial. We'll see. We'll see. I think I'm glad I kind of prioritize removal. Actually, this deck is so close to being just built. I'm just going to cut cards. Because I think the card, like Repel a Vial here, is going to be really important, I think. And help keep me from getting blocked up. It's not really a 2-drop, it's like a semi 4-drop. You don't really play that on 2 very much, which is why I'm putting it there. So I gotta make 2 cuts. How good is Brute Suit? Is it good at all? Not really. Just kind of trades with like a lot of 3-drops and even some 2-drops, and it's like kind of awkward. Like the Vigilance doesn't. It's rare that Vigilance actually means anything on this, because what are you going to crew it twice? Like you can, but it's like you got to crew it, attack, crew it again on defense. I mean, it's kind of like one of the worst vehicles, unless you've got like a bunch of stuff to make it happen. So I'm pretty comfortable cutting Brute Suit, I think. I got 2 Futurist Sentinels. Is that too much? Well, how easy is it for me to crew them? I actually didn't end up with like any like plus crew stuff. The Prodigy's Prototype does it. If I like use the Tawashi Guide Bot, that'll do it. I don't want to like use Michigo's Reign of Truth to like then crew up the Sentinel, you know. So maybe I cut 1 Sentinel, because it just seems really risky. Like, needing to tap 2 of my creatures in order to make Sentinel alive is, like, bad. So what if I cut the Brute Suit and the Sentinel? And then I can play the Pump spell. Like, I was thinking about cutting this, but, like, I don't know. It just seems important enough that I'm able to, like, push through damage with these creatures that I kind of want to play it. Do I only play 16 lands? I think so. I mean, I have a 7-drop in my hand, but it's, like, kind of more of a counter spell. That if I, like, do flood out, I can cast, like, a 7-drop. Are there better cards in my deck, maybe? No, I think it's fine. Yeah, we'll go like this. We'll go like this. Land some lands. My first blue-white deck. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not thrilled about this. I have decent removal. Hopefully I can pressure, but I have no like cards that like really put the screws in. Like when you're pressuring, you know, there's no like I don't know, like rabbit batteries or like cards that like prevent blocking or anything like that. It just feels very do this one. It just feels very milquetoast in a way. We'll see. We'll see if I can get there. All right, cool. See you for round 1. And round 1 it is. Let's do it. Great start, team. Really good. No. Yeah, alright. We'll do this. I think I got a bottom of land here. Because I'm on the draw. And I like want all my resources. Like I don't got to get up to that many lands. Like I could end up choking here. Maybe it's greedy, but like I don't think it's my 1 and 2 drop. I don't think it's this. I don't think it's my only removal spell. Like the Regent's Authority, sure. Little combo here. I wonder how good this card actually is. It seems okay. I haven't really seen it in play at all. That's good. I might just block. Because... oh, well... actually, I will not. I've decided I won't be blocking. So yeah, I'm just gonna get the Kieran going. They might kill it. I don't know, but I think I just want to like add to the pressure. If they kill it, then I can like block and they'll hit me for 3. Now it's dead. Maybe they're reading it. I don't know. They're about to bite it or whatever that card is. Master's Rebuke. Oh, they fade it. Okay. Yeah. I think we're just gonna tap on their turn. It's not a great use of my mana, but it's what I got. I'm really behind. They got like a full hand of cards still, and then Synthesizer. Yeah, that's not good. If they go land Guidebot, then actually it's just, they're probably gonna put it on this. Well, they might not. Okay. Rough start, team. If they want to attack me, then they're not drawing cards, so I'm just gonna attack. Yeah, all right. Kind of attacking aggressively here because I think I need to care about their life total more than they care about mine. I'm gonna save it. Oh, that card's not amazing, but it's what they got. Yeah. Okay. I'll sacrifice this. Draw a card. It's 3 damage to any target. It's bad. A Lion Sash, okay. Can I make this worth something? So, hang on. Got 1 permanent, 2 permanents. Yeah, here we go. So we'll go white, blue, Lion Sash. And then I'm gonna exile their Ogre. Master's Rebuke. So I can't even save it. right? Because I could still like exile that, go up to 2, and then it'd be 3. But it's not really enough. No. Okay. Oh, I'm just dead. Okay. Alright, well, that was round 1. That was pretty ugly. That's okay. I'll see you for round 2. Alright, round 2. Hopefully this goes a little bit smoother. It's a good start. Maybe I don't like the Regent's Authority. It's a little weak. It's a little weak. I just feel like it's important to like be able to push through blockers, so I don't know. Yeah. Stuck with the squad. I mean, no plays. Definitely don't like my spot. This deck just feels weak. I don't know. A brute suit. Alright. I don't worry about that. A trash bot. I guess I could have put the counter on the brute suit or the intercessor's arrest, but no, I mean I think this is probably better, right? An octopus, sure. You can crew the suit if you want. No? I might put intercessor's arrest on the brute suit so that I can like attack. And then I can leave trash pot back. I'm just drawing a million land here. Kind of theme. Do I just attack with Mothrider Patrol? So they could put a counter on my trash bot, and or like kill my trash bot somehow, and then attack, and then they get a card off of Octopus if I attack with both. And I'm only getting 1 more damage in this way, but I also feel like just squeezing as much damage in as possible is how I'm going to win this game. So let's go for it. Also, like trash bot isn't doing me anything; it won't be doing me anything for a long time. Maybe trash bot isn't good in this deck. Oh, okay. I mean, now I have literally no gas, but so be it. Okay. You know, I want to give like really insightful analysis here, but like, what is there to be said? Yeah, sure. Like, you know, if I would have had any reasonable creature, like, at this stage of the game, like, for the last 2 turns, like, the amount of pressure I would be exerting would be so much higher. And so now it's like, okay, like, I've drawn, like, a million lands. But, like, even if I draw out of it at this point, the problem with, like, white aggressive decks is that you need to, like, draw, like, have things happen in a timely fashion. Like, it's even if I just draw my reasonable creatures now, like they are getting out of control. I'm running out of steam. They got Behold the Unspeakable. Now you see what I mean? It's just like, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, this will be something. So play the planes. Go 1, 2. Lion Sash. Reconfigures for 2. So then go 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to reconfigure onto Moth Rider Patrol. I get to draw a bunch of cards. I don't have any permanents in the graveyard. No. That was all the permanents available. Uh-huh. I'm gonna kill my Lion Sash. I'll be sad. I'll be really sad. Team, this is nuts. Like, oh my goodness. Okay. I just have to hope that they don't have anything that like actually is useful to them here in a sense, like, because I can like perhaps like start tapping with the Moth Rider Patrol. I mean, that's one thing I can do with like 1 billion mana. Oh, it's actually giant. Okay. Oh. Well, this was a good draw. I think they just die. I mean, that was really all in on their part. Why did they do that? Did I get out of this? That could not have been a good play from my opponent. Like, they have so many cards in hand, and that was what they did? Like, I'm so curious what they had in their hand. I can't believe we lived. Alright. Well, so it goes. Cool. See you for round 3. Round 3 it is. That ended up working out, but, you know, I hope you don't mind if I say I'm hoping for a little bit better luck than that one. This looks like a reasonable hand. Like, yeah, the Banishing Slash there was kind of timely, but really any of my removal spells would have been good there, actually. And, I might not have needed such a timely removal spell had the rest of the game gone a little bit differently. But so it goes. Guess I won't look a gift horse in the mouth or whatever, so. I'm definitely Exemplar here, so I could just start bashing with Moth Rider Patrol for more. I don't really need the ace to be doing the Dragonfly Suit thing. There's an argument to be made. No, I actually can only play 1 white spell, so I'm gonna attack with Patrol. And then, yeah, I'll cast the Dragonfly Suit. Maybe I should have attacked them both, actually. I don't know why I did that. That would have been more damage. Then again, I wonder if this is the 2-mana 1/1? No? Okay. I gotta remember that that's a card. That kind of owned me before. Somebody channeled it makes the 1/1 mana creature for 2. Important to remember that's a thing. There are flash creatures. So I missed a point. Okay. That's alright. I really don't like being this aggressive. I wonder if I change my deck up a little bit. I feel very play draw reliant. Like, I feel like I'm doing okay here on the play. I think on the draw, I'd be in a much worse spot this game. Very play draw dependent. A Peerless Samurai. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to Intercessor's Arrest this, and then cast Mothrider Patrol and attack with everything. It might be an aggressive arrest, but what I don't want to have them do is like attack with this, and then get like a cheaper spell next turn, and I think that that's what they're trying to do. I don't know that, but it's what it feels like to me. So they could have been at 9. That's okay. Feeling a little anxious right now. I'll click my fish to help calm me down. Look at this guy. He's so freaking cute. I liked the bat. I like the bat. I have a thing for bats and other night creatures, but you know what? I think I'm into this fish. Look at him. Majestic. Oh, that's kind of a problem. I could give it first strike, then attack anyways. Or I could tap it, attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, no, except I can only attack for 5 by tapping it. I could just attack with the Exemplar, and then on their turn, or I could no, geez, it's actually kind of an awkward play. So I think I'm going to be able to use Mothrider Patrol to a degree to start like push my attacks through. So maybe I just want to attack with Dragonfly Suit. Like play Kitsune's, attack with Dragonfly Suit with first strike, and then on subsequent turns use the Mothrider Patrols to start tapping with my mana used up. Yeah, we'll do this. So I saw submit 2. I was like 2 creatures, no 2 power. And then I can only attack with the suit, but it's fine. Now if they got a removal spell here, it's kind of bad. Thinking about blocking. Maybe they got a pump spell. Well, it looks like it. Okay. Kind of bad. Kind of bad, because now I got like 2 creatures I got to tap through. care about that very much. More lands. Yeah, I feel like I'm in a really bad position. If this is like the seismic or whatever, I'm just dead. They might have something here, but I can't not battle. Okay. I am flooding so hard in these games. Like, I understand I'm still winning, so maybe it's a little gauche to complain, but also, like... Alright, holy cow, got there. Yet another one that, like, it was, like, sort of by the skin of my teeth. Like, it wouldn't have taken much to stabilize there. That's alright, we got it. Alright, next round. Alright, round 4, we are 2-1. We are 2-1. I suppose this is a hand. It's not great. I just drew, like, kind of a bunch of removal. I sort of have to draw well to get out of it. I don't know, maybe this is actually a mulligan. Is this hand bad? Yet again, drawing all my 4-drops together. What needs to happen for me to win with a hand like this? Because if I just draw reasonable creatures, like reasonable mid-game creatures, like, I actually still don't have much of a play. Oh boy, I don't know. I think I gotta keep it. So I think the reason I want to keep is because I think, like, if I draw some lands, I might be okay. And then, like, I can, like, deal with problems while beating with Mothrider Patrol while this isn't amazing. And then if I draw, like, some creatures, like, if it, like, most of my 2-drops I can play even though I don't have a blue. Now, this hand isn't amazing, and I do have to kind of draw decently to, like, be in an okay shape, but I just don't think a mulligan is much better. Like, I'll have to, like, have, like, a 6-card hand on the play, and then... You know, it could be even worse. Yeah, I'll roll with it. You got the cyberfish. How'd you get that already? Look at this thing. It's like the Porygon of the koi. Well, they mulligan. Maybe now it makes me wish I had mulliganed. If I was on the draw, I could probably mulligan this. Alright, well, looking a little better. The Modern Age, sure. This card is good. I think this card is good. A Dragonfly suit, yeah. I think that was a solid draw. Really allows me to, like, amp the power up of this thing. A Scrounger. Uh-oh. Well, yeah, I'm going to cast this, attack with Dragonfly suit, and then I'll be in really good shape. This is working out. I just forgot I'm like clicking on this to crew, but I gotta like do it this way. Sure. You got a 2/3 now. What all have you been? 2 Arm Guard Familiars? Okay. That's good. What are you getting rid of? Yeah, okay. Yeah, making the treasure with this is really nice. Perf. So, what do I do, though? I think what I do is I just repel a vial on this. I could, like, Wanderer's Intervention when they, like, block, but I just don't think that's what I want to do. Like, I think I want to get the damage in. Then again, when is Wanderer's Intervention going to be much better than this? Well, I could draw a spell I could cast alongside it, though, later. Which is nice. I think I attack with the Dragonfly suit still. It doesn't really matter, I guess. I keep worrying that, like, it's giving me, like, an extra step there, kind of, for some reason, and I keep worrying that I'm, like, going to pass my attack step. I'm going to get, like, tournament ruled with the vehicles, like, that one Pro Tour. What do I discard? I kind of want the Futurist Sentinel. I also kind of want the Wanderer's Intervention, though. Maybe just get rid of Guidebot. Yeah, I'll get rid of Guidebot. I think this game's going to be over by the time that that's a thing. Yeah, 2 cards in hand. Not much of a board. Yeah, you can do that. What are they going to cast? Oh, I thought there was maybe a ninja. Maybe they wanted me to block. I wasn't going to do it. I think they wanted me to activate Prototype, but yeah, I see. Like, I could have been in fear of a ninja. They are blue-black, but it just felt like more like they were going to kill my creature. Well, now I have a really good play lined up. While I want to cast Futurist Sentinel here, I think I'm going to need to take advantage of the Wanderer's Intervention here. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. They can double block. This might be You Are Already Dead, in which case I'll be sad that I did this. Actually, maybe that means I do just want to just trade straight up and then cast the 6/6 vehicle. Because if this is You Are Already Dead, I'm going to really regret using the Wanderer's Intervention, and it very well could be, where I'm already, like, getting them here. I do want to keep the Prototype alive, but maybe it's just better to get the 6/6 on the board. And then be able to protect it with this, and not... Well, but if they have You Are Already Dead, then, like, Scrounger's going to be able to beat my 6/6. I don't know. I don't know. It's the only card I'm afraid of. And they were attacking, like, I think they were trying to, like, do the Prowler thing last turn, like, right? Like, that was a reasonable sequence. Yeah, I think I just let them do this, though, and I get the 6/6 going. That puts them in such a bad spot. And then I still have my intervention. Yeah. Keep planes in hand because I don't need to cast it, and they might have like another beetle or something. Okay. They're digging. It's a good card. And discard an artifact, so... Alright. Yeah, so they're going to get to kill multiple pilots eventually. But they also have to, like, block this turn. So... Well, you must have another spell or something. I'm gonna go Kitsune Ace. I'm gonna crew with the Ace. Yeah. I don't really know what their plan was there. They might have had another card, but... Alright, whatever. Cool, we got out of it. 3-1, is that correct? Alright, see you for the next round. Alright, round 5. Oh, this looks like a hand, sure. Opponent goes first. It's not great. What you got for me, dog? Exemplar. Yeah, alright. Play Hacker. They can attack me with Exemplar if they want. I'm not too worried about it. Oh. Well, they might regret doing that. Dragonfly Suit not amazing here. Let's cast the Kieran. Does this die too? The way they snap that off, they got double lethal exploit. Okay, alright. An island. Yeah, I think I just bounce that with the specialist. They all got 3 land, so unless they draw out of it. I think this card's pretty good. Oh, they did draw out of it. Okay. Oh. Alright. Then I think we're just going to cast Michiko's Reign of Truth on this. Start bashing. This could be you're already dead. Oh, no, they took it. Guess not. Okay. Yep. Got a ninja or something? Yeah. Sure. Wait. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna run away trash bot. Do I crew this? I kind of want to keep it on defense. Two, three. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Or do I just let them do that? Maybe I kind of want to trade with the Regent's Authority. Gain some life. That is annoying. Sure. Got a 3/3. So what do? Attack with these two, I suppose. Or no, I attack with these two. Well, they could +2/+. Well, if they double block, do I exile with Repel the Vial? That seems extreme. Maybe I Moonsnare Specialist and Dragonfly Suit, attack with these two. Or just attack the Dragonfly Suit here? And then they don't have good attacks, really? I think I attack with these two. Oh, I can't attack with this anyways. I'll just attack with this. It's fine. I'll trade here. That piece with it. Oh, I'll trade there? Okay. I don't know how I ended up so behind. Opponent has like 1,000,000 cards in their hand. This feels like a way better board, a guide bot. Yeah, alright. I'll just block here. Maybe it made more sense to trade the Dragonfly Suit. This is my only like pressure that I got going on right now. Alright. I'm actually going to attack with both of these. Because they can only really attack back with Guide Bot. I need to start pressuring. And then I'll play the island in case I want to cast Repel the Vial. Hopefully I don't have to discard this to the Beetle. You can start drawing cards. Attack. I will trade Guidebot here. I'll do it. They might have a pump spell here, but I don't think I want to just allow them to keep doing this. Oh, no, that was great for me. Like, I don't want Guidebot on the field. Like, what the heck? I guess they were really worried about the first strike on the Dragonfly Suit. Reasonable, I guess. Timely. I can't even attack. Oh, boy. The reason I traded off, I'm wondering if it was right, the reason I traded off the Reign of Truth is because it would shrink anyways if I traded off the Dragonfly Suit and it was my only flyer. But now it's like, it's not looking so good because I can't like defend everything. Well, I wouldn't have been able to defend that against the flyers anyways. Now I do have an option to. Like, they attack with the flyers, I turn on the suit. They, you know... Yeah, sure. Okay. You do have both. Menace as long as you control enchantment. Okay. Boy, I have this Intercessor's Arrest, but like, I kind of need to put it on this. But I can't block this reasonably. Like, this thing's actually closer to killing me. Well, because what I can do is... Dang on, they only got the one enchantment? Yeah, but if they play another enchantment, actually, what I'm thinking doesn't work. What I'm thinking is I can go Intercessor's Arrest on this, And then when they attack, I go Repel the Vile, as bad as this is. Let Spirited Companion, and then block with the Trash Bot. Actually, maybe I'll just block with the Dragonfly suit at that point. I think that's better. But it's using like all my resources on stupid stuff. You know, I don't know. I think I have to rest on this though, because this is gonna like perpetually be like a 3/4 that it's gonna be a huge problem. So I think I am just gonna rest this. I'll wait for them to just attack with Blade Blesser, and then yeah, I think I am gonna make this play. Chainful Sound Beacher. This is gonna be a problem. Well, no. I mean, none of these can actually attack into it. Oh, okay. So what do I allow to happen here? I don't... Yeah, I think I just block with block here. This draft has just like been horrible for this. Like I've been sneaking out of these, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do it this time. Yeah, no, I'm just dead, I think. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But how do I ever survive, no matter what I draw? Yeah, okay. Alright, 3 and 2. That's alright. See ya for round 6. Okay, round 6 against Turnip had a mythic opponent just in time. This is an okay hand. This is an okay hand. Black-white again. Okay. I'm just going to play Moon Circuit Hacker. Threaten to block. Maybe I'll play the Modern Age. They can't actually... Well, they might ninja something, but this doesn't actually like scare me right now. Or do I play Exemplar? Actually, a big decision here. I think I play Hacker just to try to get in the way. Well, next turn, actually, no, I'm going to play Exemplar. And I don't think I'm going to block, depending. I think if they attack, I don't think I'm going to block. Because if they want to like discard a card to kill Exemplar, that's fine. But if they don't, what I can do is I can attack with Exemplar, like loot Hacker, maybe find a land if I don't find another land. No. Yeah, see, they didn't even do it. Yeah. So it's a little riskier, but no, I think I'm going to do it. Like, because if I do find a land, it's really good. If I don't, though, I'm like still behind. So is it worth the risk? Like maybe I just play the Modern Age. No, I think I attack. And then do the ninja thing. Actually turned out okay-ish, but yeah, we just block here. Sure. Here I kind of want to play Prototype. Kind of helps me start going off a little bit. They have 3 mana untapped. Why did they just play this 1/1? What's their plan? I don't want to just cast Kieran into it, but I want to use my mana here. I'm going to play Prototype. I'm not gonna attack. If I can draw some lands, maybe I'm okay. I'm worried that my opponent's gonna get too far ahead by actually like developing normally. A real blessing that they just kind of played this 1/1 and then passed on their last turn. Right. So what is this? I think I'm going to play Exemplar and then Mishigo's Reign of Truth. Use Exemplar to crew the Prototype. Put Mishigo on this and then attack for a bunch. Yeah. Oh, I'll keep that. Here I'll discard, I think, the Modern Age. I think I don't need to fix my hand anymore, and it's a little too slow. I think all my other cards are better. They cast nothing. They got Farewell. Uh-huh. Okay. Incredible that they hit quadruple white for this. I like can't even like get like my basic lands going, and they're like, no, no problem. It's fine. Yeah, this goes on this again. Tranquil Cove. I think I'm gonna go Banishing Slash on the Samurai, or actually maybe I Moonblade Specialist the Samurai, and then I can like Banishing Slash on a future turn. It's a little more mana efficient. Yeah. And it develops my board a little bit better. They do get to make a 4/4 out of that. So maybe that was bad. Well, they're at 3. I'm back in a B. They just cast Samurai. That's not really good enough. And I think they're going to ditch it, gain 2 life, go to 5, find a plains, cast another spell. Yeah. They're dead. Got out of this one. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think there's a 1-mana spell that does it. I don't think. Just in case, I'll cast the Kieran first. That's tapping correctly? Yep, okay. Alright, cool. Got there. What's that put us at? What are we at? I think this is 4 and 2. Let's take a look. Yeah, 4 and 2. Alright, see you for round 7. Okay, round 7. Here we go. Here we go. I go first. It's a hand. I don't think I mulligan it. This could go poorly, of course. But 2 removal spells, you know, a decent mix of lands and spells. I don't have my blue. We'll see. Okay. Well, that kind of undoes a lot of the work of my other card here, but oh, well, this is actually really nice. Go like this. Not what I was looking for there, but that's alright. And block. We'll cast Regent's Authority on it. I'll do it. I don't want to do this. I'd much rather connect this turn, but it's a 3-2 now, though, so that's decent. I've been attacking with multiple creatures, and this one card, like, did more damage to me and then, like, put a better creature on the board than, like, everything that I'm doing. But Keeper Reckoner Raid's good. Okay. Team, I am sick of flooding out. I gotta be honest. Like, it's, like, been, like, almost every game. I don't think I Intercessor's Arrest. I think that's really aggressive. No, I think I have to. This card is going to like just do like 1 million damage to me over time. When I have a Moth Rider Patrol and another Arrest, like, I think it's fine. Just really bad. Really bad. Yeah. I don't know. Well, doesn't menace. I'll make a 2/2 this turn. I have to spend my mana tapping. It's gonna have to be really good for me to win this game. So I really want to attack, but then I can't, like, do the tap. But it does allow me to, like, make another creature and, like, allow me to actually get, like, some offense going, but then I'm, like, so likely to die. I think I have to take the risk, though. Because it's like, I'm only taking like 3 more than I'm going to be taking anyways. Okay. Alright. Well, I think I lose. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I can inch out of it. It seems really unlikely. Uh-huh. Oh, you get to kill my pilots too? Alright. Oh no, you just give it the 4-4. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you know, again, I'm going to be a complainer, but it's just like I flooded out so brutally in all of these games. It's really hard to win, you know. This is one weakness that the format has, like, compared to Crimson Vow. At least you have, like, blood to, like, draw mitigate a little bit. But, like, honestly, I think this draft, I snuck out of a lot of really bad games, like, by... I wouldn't call it luck because I was in bad spots due to bad luck, but then, like, I was able to, like, eke them out. But, like, you can't do it all the time. You can't do it all the time, you know? And there's no... Yeah, I'm at 1. Yeah, that's a game. Okay. Alright. 4-3. I can't, you know, get a better record. It's been a little discouraging, I gotta be honest, because it's like I feel like I'm like picking well and playing well, and like I mean I know I say that a lot, but it's like I don't you know, when it comes to Magic, like there's like so much to learn, and there's no way that I'm playing like absolutely optimally, right? Like there's definitely like ways in which I could be doing better. Maybe I could be like picking a little bit better, making like there are definitely like I notice like I do make some mistakes, right? Like it's like everybody makes mistakes. And so it's like what you don't want to do is just like shrug your shoulders and be like, well, there's nothing I could do. I mean, it's just like, you know, because it's like it's not a healthy attitude that doesn't help you improve. But I gotta be honest, it's like been a little discouraging recently because I feel like I've been running really cold, and like it's in this is obvious Dream Shackle, guys. I know this is like the old format, but I got the packs or whatever. And so, you know, I can't get like past like 4-3. Like it's like I haven't even been like within strike. I think I had like 1 5-3 draft like recently, you know. And so it's just like yeah, it's been a little disheartening, and I don't really know, you know. It's I think that I'm sorry, I didn't mean to click through that. That was the mech there, I think. And you know, I go back. You know, I don't know if you guys, but like I go back and I watch like a lot of my drafts here, and you know, I try to see like, okay, like maybe I like made like this error, but I feel like I'm making like really like if I'm like making errors, they're like a lot of them are like kind of like really on the tiny side, and like which isn't nothing. You lose games in like small ways a lot. But I guess what I'm getting at is I feel like my record should be a little bit better than like the margins by which I'm losing by, you know. And it's like, well, maybe not. I mean, maybe I'm playing worse than I think, and I'm just not seeing it, or I'm like picking worse than I think. You know, it's tough because the reason I started this channel is because I really felt like I like am a strong drafter and like am able to, you know, I have like a good like vision of like what needs to happen in the course of a draft, and like I'm pretty decent at navigating limited games, and you know, I've had people tell me that they appreciate like how I can like articulate what I'm thinking, and so I feel like my headspace, like I'm in the right headspace, and I feel like I like think through my plays pretty well. But just like my record has just not been showing it. Like I've just been mostly getting the snot kicked out of me, you know, and it's so yeah, it hasn't felt awesome. I gotta be honest. I don't know how good this card is. It's probably pretty good, I guess. It seems really all in, which is kind of annoying because like, and when I say that, I mean like, so you could do the thing where you crew it and then you put a counter on it and it becomes gigantic, and then it like smashes your opponent, and then you do that like multiple times. And your opponent just can't ever like, it becomes too big for your opponent to like ever profitably block because it even has menace, and it's like I said, you just go all in on it, and that will kill you sometimes. Like somebody is just like, okay, I play this and then I crew it every turn and sacrifice the creature that I crew it to, and then I just smash you to death, and you're like, yeah, I guess you do. Whereas like maybe if you like had some of your it's really risky because if you have like some amount of interaction, like they can't actually do that, but then like you just so happen to not have any interaction that you die to it, you know, that'll happen sometimes. So it's like a little, again, I'm going to put this in the category of like card that'll kill you sometimes, but you know, it might be risky for you to try to kill your opponent with it, because if you're not sacrificing the creature, that the 2 mana 4/3 like vehicle is only like fine. It's like I mean, it is better than like Brute Soup, but like not that much. Like the mana cost of the vehicles does matter, but like not quite as much, you know. Um, I might just take Circuit Bender here, honestly. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm underrating this card. It just seems like riskier, whereas, like, this is the opposite of risky. This card is going to be good in, like, literally every deck that you put it in. It's going to, like, help bolster your life total, so if you're racing, or if you're, like, in a, like, defensive situation, it replaces itself if it dies. It has cool synergies, actually, as I found out, you know, earlier, is that, like, it comes back when you ninja something with it, you know, so, like, really just, like, very solid card, very solid. I think maybe that's the way to go. Boy, here I'd be hard pressed. I don't typically take multicolor cards, but I really want to get this Anvil deck going. I haven't even seen it happen yet in all the games that I've played, and I played a number of drafts at this point. And I just think that this card is like incredible. Like it just really does a lot. And it's probably in what I think would be my favorite archetype, but I just haven't even been close to that yet. If it wasn't that, maybe Harmonious Emergence, or I don't know. Actually, I don't know. This card is like, this card owns sometimes. You know, it's like a gigantic haste creature. Like, you know, it's not quite like you remember what was that card, like the dinosaur, the T-Rex or whatever. It was like the 5/5 trample haste for 5. I mean, this is like that, except it's a 4/5. Which is not as quite as good, but then it's also got vigilance, so then it's like gigantic on the defense too. It uses up one of your lands, so it is like vastly different in that way. But then like I don't know, it's like that's not that much of a an issue, especially depending on the stage of the game it gets a cast on. This common has like impressed me a decent amount. I don't think this card's like amazing. It's fine. Smelter in specific decks, like, I mean, it pairs well with Anvil. This card needs a little more work to be good. I mean, its floor is a 2-mana 2/2, like, that's pretty good, right? But, like, you really have to have, like, good things to, like, be sacrificing with this. But if you do go off with it, it's probably quite good. I'd probably take it over Steelbreaker, as seeing as it's cheaper and, like, kind of, like, uses the same resource, but then, like, has, like, higher upside if you're doing it, you know? So between the two, I think it's Smelter. But I think if I'm heading that direction, I try to play Anvil anyways. And then even if I end up, like, I don't know, like red-blue artifacts, like, maybe I try to pick up some of the black lands and splash it. I'm more inclined to take this card than anything here. So, all right, everybody, thanks for watching. Appreciate you being here. I'll see you next time.